whatever like that. And he sat down by me, asked me a couple questions, and he was like, you need to end the live right now. And I was like, okay, I could do that. But he basically was like, I was like, I'll just leave, I'll go somewhere else, I'll go downstairs or something like that, He was like, it's okay, I'm gonna go talk to your nurse. What room were you in? Da-da-da-da, I'll be back. Well, I didn't want their help, like, y'all are taking calls from unknown people, and then I asked them who called. He said that they didn't provide their name, of course, because they're a fucking coward. He said they didn't provide their name, and mind y'all, I did not get kicked out of the hospital. I did not get kicked out, okay? I think these people was really concerned for me, but they were coming off weird, and it didn't seem that way at the moment. But I did find out they were genuinely concerned for me. But again, it did not seem that way. He was like, I thought he was trying to get me admitted in the hospital, so that was weird. I was like, no, I ain't about to stay here. Like, I left. I got on the elevator. I left. Marley car is black, and it looked just like the car that I've been seeing. So I took my knife out or whatever like that, because I thought Marley was trying me today. And I had time. But it wasn't Marley. I couldn't put my knife down right away. I wanted to wait till I got to my destination and then put it down. Just to make sure, because I can't see that well. Well, as I was doing that, security was in distance. They were pretty far from me. I saw them, like, jogging towards me. I was like, are you following me? And he was like, yeah, or something. I'm like, okay, well, I'm already getting off the property, so, why are you following me? He was like, because I have to follow you all the way off. I'm like, but I'm not kicked out. I'm not trespassed or anything like that. So I'm trying to understand why you have to follow me. No, I still need to raise 75 and my phone is about to die. I can't even tell y'all where I'm at, but I can't stay here. I'm gonna end up getting kicked out again. You feel me? But because it's not a place that I can actually stay. But anyways, long story short, I'm like, why are you following me? Like, Then his other partner, I guess he saw that I had the knife or whatever, then he called somebody else, and then they started following me too. It was the two guys that came up to me originally, well, that I asked for, they speaking about me originally or whatever like that. And so I'm just about all property. Of course the place is big and stuff, so I'm just about all property. And I say, what happened? I'm like, darn, like, they stopped following me, but then I saw, I had to cross their parking lot and stuff because it was a highway, so I was going the wrong way. So I was trying to, get to by the service road so I can walk in the grass, and I saw them following me again. I'm like, bro, why are y'all following me? Like, this is really weird, whatever, like that. He's like, you got a knife. And so I'm like, I put up my knife a long time ago. Like, y'all literally watched me put my knife in my backpack or whatever like that. So then I'm like, let me call the police because now I'm concerned. Because now you talk about I got a knife, you making it seem like I'm trying to harm you or something. Like, what is it? So I called the police. I told them what was going on. Hey, I got admitted into the hospital because I didn't feel good. I'm pregnant. I got discharged. They said I wasn't allowed to record, and I said that was fine. So I just ended up removing myself. And when I removed myself, and I said I never was trespassing, I never was kicked out of the hospital. Actually, they didn't mind me staying there a little bit longer, but it's just their vibes was weird. So anyways, long story short, I was just like, I wasn't kicked out, I wasn't trespassed. I left, and somehow they found me I'm almost off the property, and they ran and tried to find me, and they're intimidating me. They have their hands on their hip as if I don't know if they have a gun or if they have a taser, but if their hands up on their hip as if they're about to do something, and then they have saying that I have my knife in my hand as if I'm trying to harm them. I'm not even trying to harm them. I told them, I said I have a stalker that's been stalking me and stuff, and I do have a knife, and I do have pepper spray, and I have a couple of weapons to protect myself due to this person have threatened. And if you looked at the police reports, like, you'll see where I've been building up a report about this person and stuff. But she said, that's completely understandable. I understand that you have that, whatever, like that. Y'all, this is like the worst night ever. But anyways, she's like, I completely understand. Y'all don't have long. If y'all can please help me, I just need $75 so I can pay for my room. Because I don't know if they have chargers nearby. I'll probably have to walk somewhere again. But anyways, hell yeah, I always have me a weapon. What the fuck? I always have a weapon. But anyways, I didn't pull it out on them at all. But I had already had it out. Like, when they was walking towards me and I noticed that they was following me, I already had the knife out. And they were like, they kept their distance, I guess, because they saw that I had my knife. I don't know. But anyways, I'm the one who was fucking scared. Shit, y'all the ones with whatever y'all got. Anywho, I'm about to call the police. Oh, wait, that's what I told the police. I had my knife or whatever because there's this person that's been stalking me, and I had pulled it out thinking that it was them. But, I didn't walk up to anybody trying to harm anybody. I just pulled it out just for safety reasons. And I said, I guess security saw that I had it, but we were in far distance, so I didn't pull it out on them, anything like that. And they're making it seem as though I'm, about to harm them. I said, I'm in fear right now. They keep following me. They have their hand on their hips, intimidating me. Just telling them basically what happened, my experience. I said I have my discharge papers, and then the police, she was like, oh, I'm so sorry that this is going on, whatever, like that. Basically saying she understand that I have to protect myself because I'm pregnant and stuff. And then the police, she was asking me, did I see the police? I was like, no, I don't see the police officer. I don't see them or whatever, like that. Eventually, I end up seeing, well, you don't have to watch me no more. How about that? I'll help you not watch. Hopefully you make a new page in time to hear the rest. But anyways, and clearly y'all see I didn't cause any problems. Every time something happened, I don't cause problems. So y'all keep saying all this stuff is happening. That's because y'all are the ones causing the stuff to happen, period. Y'all are the troublemakers. I'm not the troublemaker. I did not do anything. I literally left when they said I can't record because I didn't want them to trespass me. I'm finna have my baby there here in a couple of months. Of course, I'm motherfucking finna, you feel me? I'm finna get off property so I don't have to get, I don't know what they was on and shit. But anyways, hold on. We're just gonna mute some people out of here. Boom. But anyways, the police arrive or whatever, like that. I say, hello, officer. He's like, what's going on? And I'm about to start talking. And he tell me to give him my backpack. And I said, okay. Is it because I have the knife in it? He was like, yes. He's like, give me the backpack. I gave him the backpack. And then this nigga said, you're not going to jail. Whatever, like that. Put your phone down on the car and put down what I had in my hand on the car. I'm like, why am I doing all of this? He was like, it's okay, you're not going to jail. I'm like, I don't trust him. And he was like, just put it on the car. Like, started getting aggressive with me and stuff. Like, he came to me really aggressive. I put my stuff on the car or whatever like that. Then he said, I'm going to put you I have to put you in handcuffs. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, why am I being put, and I did not talk to him crazy. I said, why am I being placed in handcuffs if I'm the one who called you all? Like, I'm confused on why I'm being handcuffed. Like, why am I, and then he was like, when he said I wasn't going to jail, he had handcuffed me, and then he said, she's in custody. And so then I'm like, okay, you just said I ain't going to jail, so why am I going to jail? And I'm the one who called you all. Like, like, today has been very bad for me. But anyways, yes, from the hospital, y'all, when I called the police, because the people kept following me, and y'all was like, you should call the police. So I was going to call the police way beforehand. And I tried to give them some time, but like I said, I was being intimidated, and I wasn't trespassed off of the property. Like, I was still welcome to be in the hospital. Like, they didn't have any issue with me being at the hospital. I just decided to leave. And because they didn't want me to leave, for some reason, even though I was already discharged, they ended up causing this whole scene. But long story short, the officer put me in handcuffs and said that I'm in custody, and I'm trying to figure out why. And then he's like, tell me your side of the story. And I'm trying to tell him what happened, and then 5 other police officers pull up. And so now he ain't listening to me, and I know he ain't listening to me. And I couldn't even finish my story. He brings me, and he said, you need to go into the car. It's cold outside. I told him I'm sick and I'm pregnant. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm the one who called the police. Why am I in handcuffs? Like, I just don't understand what's going on. And he's like, well, you need to go into the car. I said, well, I don't want to go to the car. I can go ahead and tell you all. He said if he handcuffed me because I said that I had a weapon. I'm like, I'll go, I don't have to go in the car to explain what happened and for you to take these handcuffs off of me. He was like, well, it's cold outside and stuff like that. Like, I need you to go inside the car. I'm like, no, I don't want to go in the car. Like, no. Like, what's the reason? You got me in handcuffs. You took all of my belongings, and now I'm in, going to the police car. So then he had another officer grab me up all aggressive and walked me to the damn car. Then they took off some handcuffs and put me on some new handcuffs, which was too tight. He hurt me. He hurt my wrist, tying them too tight. And then he was like, what'd he say? He was like, you have any other weapons? I told him already. He had already asked me that question. I said, no, I do not have any other weapons. I told you. My weapons are in my bag. The only reason why I pulled that was because of this. He was trying to make it seem like I was trying to harm somebody or something. So I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, what's in your pockets? I was like, I digged in my pocket because I ain't know what the hell was in my pocket. I said a wallet. And then I tried to dig in the other one. He said, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I said, I don't have any weapons. Like, you know what? I said, I'm afraid to even answer this. You just dig in my pockets and you tell me what I have. I don't know. I don't know what's in my pockets. Like, he started, like, he one of them officers, them black officers that wanna, man, y'all know what I mean. Shit, I ain't even gotta explain. Well, hopefully y'all know what I mean. But he wanted them, okay? He one that probably would shoot the shit out of you for no reason. Like, that's how he was acting. And so I was scared. He made it seem like I was trying to do stuff to him too. So I'm like, hell no. Like, I'm scared. He emptied out my pockets and all that. I'm like, if I'm not going to jail, why is you doing all of this? Like, and why am I going why am I going into like, you know, why am I going into custody, bro? Like, I'm the one who called the police. I keep asking him that, and then I say, you asked me my side of the story, and you still ain't even got my side of the story. Like, what's going on? He said I had to go in there. He put me in the car, whatever. I'm like, I ain't finna be, you know, because if I really ain't going in custody, because he kept trying to reassure me, you're not going into custody. I said, but you said that I am in custody. He said, we just have to say that when you're placed in handcuffs, we have to say that you're in custody. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, bro, all right. I went in the car. I didn't even just cause no problems. Fuck it. Because then they can say that I'm refusing. They can actually take me to jail if they aren't lying, right? So I get in the car, whatever, he closes the door. They go talk to the security. They don't even ask me what the fuck. Like, they don't even get my fucking side of the story. The security told them that I didn't do anything. I haven't caused any problems. It's just that I had a knife. Well, they saw me had a knife, and they didn't know where my headspace was. And so they called the police before I did. I didn't even know it. They called the police when I got outside. I already had the knife out when I was outside because I thought that Marty person was fucking stalking me, period. I'm like, but my knife was out way before they even came downstairs. Like, and I'm a woman, it's dark outside, and I'm pregnant, and I'm walking by myself. Like, what? So I'm just like, this is crazy. So they got they side of the story. They say, yeah, they're not pressing any charges or nothing like that. They said that she wasn't trying to harm them, and she didn't do anything. You know, she was just sitting there. So we're going to go ahead and take you out of handcuffs. I said, but y'all haven't even heard my side of the story. Like, I said, y'all did everything wrong. What is that guy's name that put me in the handcuffs? The first guy? Because I'm gonna make a complaint. They was like, I promise you, those are the steps that we're supposed to do. We didn't even receive your 911 call. We received theirs. I said, how? When I was on the phone with you all the whole time. He said that's dispatch. I said, but I was on the phone with them up until the fact that you all came to me to find me in my outfit. Like, what? That's what I didn't understand. So then they like, what they say? They was like, this is what we supposed to do. He did everything the right way. I said, no, he didn't. He didn't even ask my side of the story. He literally placed me in handcuffs, and I was the callee. How am I the callee, and I'm in handcuffs and in the back of a police vehicle? Like, I just kept, when I say, today has been really rough, and I still have to raise $75 for me to have somewhere safe to go. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to be in this place, but I have my background up because, yeah, y'all not about to be calling, but yeah, y'all thought that y'all did something. Y'all didn't. Y'all didn't get me kicked out of the hospital. Sorry, that hospital is a godly hospital. They don't judge homeless people and stuff like that. So yeah, y'all didn't get me kicked out. I just wasn't gonna stay if I didn't know. You know, I know they're not like that, but you know, not everybody has a good heart and stuff. So I just ended up deciding that I was just gonna leave. It caused all kind of problems when I left, which is weird because I'm motherfucking discharged. How y'all mad I'm leaving? But yeah, that's pretty much that's what happened and stuff. So yeah. Well, I don't even know what the fuck to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know how long they're gonna let me stay in here. Y'all got 1%. Yeah, they gave me a ride to where I'm at right now, the police. But I'm still not in shelter. I need somewhere to go. I still got $75 to raise. I would tell y'all where I'm at, but I can't. Obviously, because of what just happened. But yeah, it's weird because... yeah. And you better hope that you didn't call from your real number when you called the hospital. Because I'm going to figure out who you is. And you are going to go to jail. I'm telling you. Y'all really think that I be playing. I'll be dead ass. I just be having so much going on in my life that I just haven't been focused on really prosecuting y'all. But y'all are going to, like, I'm telling you, y'all time is coming. And the more and more that you keep doing stuff, you're making it easier for them to want to build a case. See, if y'all only did stuff one time, that'll be like, okay, you know, that's not enough evidence. Y'all are doing stuff constantly, and so that builds up rapport for me. And so when I do go and say all of these things are happening, you do really get caught, you're going to get prosecuted and you're going to have criminal charges. I am. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I ain't want to go to the FBI but I think I am going to have to go through the FBI. I'm not playing. Because they told me to go through a detective or whatever like that, private investigator through the Palomar, but for some reason they never made police report numbers